I just wanted to show you a couple of things real quick about a portable bandsaw like this. I made a bracket to hold it, and I just kind of used this as a prototype. Started out as a prototype. So I was going to make one out of metal, but this one works so good. I decided I'm just going to stick with it. It fits real good in the workmate, and it's really convenient. But the most important thing with this saw is getting the surface speed of the blade right. And there's two ways that I do that. One is I have this on here, then I can timer that. So all you need is a stopwatch or your phone. So let's timer that right now. Let's do the timering on that. Okay, I'm going to zoom you in just a little bit here. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight, nine, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73. Okay, now okay. Okay, so there are a lot of other ways that you could have done that. I counted for a full minute. You could have done 30 seconds and then multiplied it times 2, or 15 seconds and multiplied it by 4. You would simply do the math on that, or do the math, or look it up on a chart. So let's look it up on the chart and see what it says. In a book, like for example the Atlas lathe book, and it says 6 inches. So then you come over to RPMs. We said was 73, so that's 120 RPMs. 120 is what they have on there. So the math then is to take was it 73 times 6 times the diameter, then divide that by 3.82. 114.66. Alright, how many did they say they were going there? 6 inches, 70, it's 120, so that's pretty close. The thing I don't like about doing it that way is you have to kind of watch this out of the corner of your eye, because you're looking at your stopwatch. So that's kind of hard to do. A second method would be to take and put a mark on it. I put a little bit of white paint on there, and then I made a black X on it. I should have worked from the other side. This side's rubbing against the tires. But since I'm set up this way, I'm going to go ahead and try this. I'm going to bring you in, and then what we're going to do is timer every time this passes. And this is a lot easier because you can keep your eye on this and just hit your watch, like when it goes past, hit your watch, and then count, and then just hit your watch when you've gotten 10. I always go 10 times around. Alright, now you're in a little better. Get it going. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 18.85 seconds. Okay, so that was 18.85 seconds. So we have 18.85 seconds. 10 times around, so that means each time around was 1.85 seconds. 1.85 seconds. Now, this blade is 44 and 7/8 inches long. I just use 45. So you divide 45 divided by 12, and you come up with 3.75. So if you stretch this blade out, it would be 3.75 feet. Putting it into feet makes it actually easy because you're looking for feet per minute. So if you have, so it goes around once in 1.85 seconds. So we'll divide 60 seconds divided by 1.85, and that equals 32. Let me write it down because I will forget. 32.43. Now, then all you need to do is, so that's how many times it goes around in 1 minute. So then you only have to multiply 3.75 feet times 32.43, and you come up with 121.61. I can focus it in on that. I think he's 121.6. Okay. So that all matches up to what the chart said. The chart gave a figure of 120 feet per minute. That last method gave you easier, I think, 121 feet per minute. And this method did too. The thing is, basically, if this is moving too fast for you to timer it, then it's going too fast for cutting steel. I bought this 5-pack of blades, 44 7/8. These are 18 teeth, so the metal is recommended 3/32 to 1/4 inch most metals, but I've cut 2 inches with 2 inches thick metal with this. The rule of thumb with teeth is you want to try to keep at least 2, I prefer 3, teeth engaged at one time. So if this is 18 teeth, which is, that's what it is, 18 teeth. You take 1 inch divided by 18. That's 0.55. So if you wanted to keep 2 teeth engaged at any one time, you probably wouldn't want to go over 100,000 thick steel, which is 3/32 is 90. So that's about right. Try to keep 2 or 3 teeth involved. The more the better. If you get down to where you're below 1 tooth, you're just probably going to break teeth off of it. Another rule of thumb is if you start a cut and somehow the blade wears out or the blade snaps, when you put the new blade in, don't start that new blade in an old cut, because it'll just knock the rake. It just knocked the rake right off of your teeth there. And another thing with a portable bandsaw, you want to make sure that you're holding it nice and rigid, and you don't turn it side to side, because once you do that, you're going to break that blade. I bought these blades October 13th, 2021. I got one blade here that I used for almost all that time, and it's still pretty sharp. I only took it out because I had a job where I wanted to make sure I did had a really good cut. So I got blade number 2 in there, and it's cutting real good. You saw me cut a bolt the other day with it. And there's still 3 in the pack here. There's still 3. They're pretty tight in there. But I think you can see there's still 3 blades in there. One there, and then one behind that one. And that's all 5. It's a 5-pack of blades. I don't remember. Maybe I'll post on there if I look it up. Bought them from Amazon and see what they cost. But I got a steel table on there, so it's pretty easy for me to keep my work from, keep it rigid and get a nice straight clean cut. I don't like putting oil on there. I've had to put a second set of tires on it, which Amazon carries those also. They got real sticky. I think it was because I used a cutting oil at one time. So I think that covers about everything. The place I worked, the last place I worked, they had one of these, and it seemed like they went through a blade a day because while they were trying to cut, it was about a 1,000-ton press, and it had inch and an eighth, I think it was, steel wire that fed into it, and they would have to cut that. And a lot of times it would be up high like this. It's hard to keep it straight, cut all the way through that. But the biggest thing was they ran it much too fast. Now this has a wheel on it, a wheel that sets the speed, and this right now is set to probably about 1.5. It's just before the 2 on that, the number 2. So if you're cutting small steel, you want to keep it on around the number 2. Anyway, that will give you the best life out of your blades, and this thing is unbelievable. This tool here, I use this more than anything around, and you can, with this setup here, it's just nice and rigid. I mean, it wobbles, but it is pretty rigid. You can get a nice cut, and you can just you can get some really nice cuts with this thing here, and it's very, very useful. I highly recommend. My shop is so small, I don't have room. That's why I have the workmate, and I have to kind of like the old shopsmith, to keep moving. You'll make it do for all the tools that you have. It's my tire changing station, bandsawing station. I have a vise, put the vise in there. So yeah, when you have a very small shop, you have to make do. But this thing is just fantastic. It's only got 6 inches through it, I believe. Yeah, not even that. It's only got 4.5 inches of throat, and you can cut about the same, about 4.5 inches depth. Probably would never cut that, but keep that speed down and keep everything rigid, and it'll last. And these blades will last you a long time. Okay, well, I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.